propaganda. Welcome. Hi, everyone. I am Earth Angel Aura 1111. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get this set up. All right, here we go. Now, I want to start out with this reading, giving all praise to the Most High, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. Thank you for intuitive wisdom, spiritual protection, and provisions each and every day. I accept that angels and ancestors assist us in this reading for the collective. May every evil eye turn blind and every monitoring spirit go deaf. I don't know if I said that correct, but y'all get the gist. But anyway, I want to get this set up a little better. All right, so that's pretty good. Now let's pull some cards for the collective. And again, I am Earth Angel Aura 1111 Oracle. And starting out, we have what is this? The Four of Swords coming out in the reverse. So what this is representing, like, energy of overcoming. Like, you've already been in the energy of having experienced things that may have been unfortunate, but this is representing having overcome those obstacles. And so you're literally, wow, there was a lot of projections towards you because this is the Empress in reverse. This could have been someone that definitely may have been a feminine energy in the form of a mother figure, a sibling, a sister. Some of you, it could have been your mother, it could have been your sister, it could have been aunts, but definitely it was karmic feminine energy that really saw to project a lot of negativity onto you. Even as I say that, I see this card here. So these people may have even tried to come near your home or to your home, literally trying to bring chaos to you. And many of them, unfortunately, have brought chaos to you. But the beautiful thing about this is that these energies no longer have a place in your life. You've transcended beyond this. You got to a space where you're like, okay, I'm going to protect my home. I'm going to protect my space, my sacred space. And that has set the tone for you healing from a lot of karmic energy. You've proven a lot of these energies wrong because many of them thought that with the star card coming out in reverse, they thought that you were going to be a hopeless, bitter mess because many of them did so many disrespectful things towards you that they felt that, okay, it's enough of us, if we get together, if we just really go all out in the form of disrespect, in the form of betrayals. Like, some of these people, you may have shared some things, right? Yeah, some of these people, you share some vulnerable things with them, and instead of them honoring your confidentiality, many of them turn that into fodder for them to gossip about, for them to literally tear apart. And so you had a lot to overcome here. Wow. But definitely give an insight into this card about you in imposing your boundaries was something they did not expect. We have the Judgment coming out because there is a sense of silence that is over the lands. Like, literally, you may have been hearing a lot of chatter. There was a lot of rumors swirling about you. And some of you, you could be very intuitive. You could be a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. You could have the gift of all the clairs. But with the Judgment card coming out here, you can sense that people ain't talking as much as they once were. There is all quiet on the front now because many of these people, like, they were more happy when they assumed you were suffering from the things they did towards you. But now that many are, surveilling you, many of them are seeing you rise into a place of not just literally surviving. You've shifted into to thriving from surviving, right? And even as I struggle to say that a bit, it's because many of them wanted so desperately. They may have been sending bad mind to you, evil eye to you, but they wanted you to be stuck in an energy of barely making it. Like, some, I'm definitely picking up too, but this Empress card in reverse, this could represent like a sister that it's like she may not have wanted you to completely croak, or like she didn't want you to pass away for some of you, but it's just like if you were just barely making it, she got some type of sick, twisted pleasure out of this. This could be a mother figure as well. But the mere fact that they may be peeking in on your life here, and they're seeing that you're not in the star in the reverse energy. You move beyond that. All the pain and the heartache, like literally, this movie in the background with this chick screaming. Many of them are like literally in an uproar silently because it's just like, wow, she's actually better than before. So it's like they've created a monster per se. They don't know how to get their heads around it. And this is an aspect of their judgment because you have created strict boundaries in your life. Even as I say that, we have this card coming out here. All right, they were sniggling and giggling. They thought it was hee hee ha ha. Wow, I didn't even mean to pull this card, but it's here. And it's because these people were very jealous of you. Like they saw you as an opportunity, whatever you went through, they saw it was an opportunity for them all to like literally jump on your back, right? Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on this. Um, Many of them got a kick out of throwing you or assuming they were throwing you off course. And what's actually happened is that you've gained your footing. Wow, even as I said that we have the King of Pentacles because wow, some of these people were jealous of maybe a relationship that you have had. This could be your relationship with your twin flame or soulmate, twin soul. It could be different for different people. But this was why these people came so hard against you because they didn't have the type of genuine love that you have. Wow, even in the midst of all that's going on, they're in a space right now where they're not sure of what to do because you have literally defied all the odds. Wow, because even as I say that, y'all, this is definitely a flawless victory because we have the Sun card coming out here. And right after the Sun card, oh my gosh, y'all, whoever is tuned into this, be prepared. Your life is about to shift for the better. Oh my gosh, it's going to shift for the best because we not only have the Sun card, we have the Queen of Cups, we also have the Wheel of a Fortune, and then we also have the Three of Wands. So this is also representing that you're moving. Some of you are going to be relocating away from these karmic energies or just having a brand new start. But I'm definitely picking up that this is representing the masculine energy as well. Many of them had to, unfortunately, because even before I got to these cards, we have the King of Pentacles. This is what these people are really upset about. This is the judgment they're facing because many of them were really, it's like once they saw there was a possible issue in regards to the relationship or the dynamic between the masculine and feminine, many of them really took it upon themselves to inflict more pain or create more drama in the form of lies. I'm definitely picking up gossip. Some even try to set up scenarios. But now with the Sun, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and we have the King of Pentacles, in addition to the Three of Wands. This, in a way, as unfortunate as it may have seemed when you were going through these things, this kind of had to happen in order for you to get to a place where you were able to let go of all these karmic attachments in the form of people that may have been very close to you. Again, this could have been really hard because it could have been a mother, a sister, it could have been friends, it could have been in-laws. For some of you too, this had to happen for your masculine to see, connections they needed to separate from as well. But we have the Three of Wands here. They're now turning their back on these connections because they don't want to risk the union with you, divine feminine. Because right now, oh my gosh, even as I cut the deck, we have the High Priestess. Literally a flawless victory. You're back and you're better than ever. And many of these people thought that they inflicted so much pain, like they literally took it upon themselves to laugh at you when you were going through something very devastating. And even as we have here, like they're at a loss. We have the Mean Girls, a burn book here. Many of them are so baffled and confused because it's like, wow, how do you have this ability to come out of all these things that we set up for you? Because there is an invisible defense team that you have. Like you have angels, you have ancestors that are there guiding you, protecting you. And so Like even in the car saying, proving people wrong is what I do best. Literally, many of them, like in a matter of 24 hours, you could pick up on some things that's happening with these very karmic individuals. Um, because yeah, they tried to set up very messed up scenarios with you, trying to invalidate you, trying to hurt you. I'm definitely picking up this for the masculine energy as well, because many of them have jeopardized this connection, is what I'm picking up, right? Wow. The masculine is beginning to stand in their boundaries at this time, and they're seeking a lot of inspiration from how you're asserting your boundaries, because that is the Seven of Wands here. So this could have been in the form of a lot of individuals. As I cut the deck, we have the World card. So everything, like, if it seemed like your world was literally turned upside down, in some aspects it was, but it needed to happen in a way in which for things to go right side up. If that makes any sense to you, take it as it resonates. We have the Hangman that literally flew out, because this is just like, um they're not there. It's just like they're paralyzed by seeing how you've evolved past all of this stuff. You know, the things that most people go through when you're being gang stalked, when you're being gaslit, you know, when people are invalidating the experiences that you're having, most people end up literally going bonkers. Okay, but you realize that there was some childhood healing that needed to happen within yourself. And in order for you to come into a true sense of alignment, or to bring about some type of healing when it came to, you know, people that you came in contact with, even in regard to your relationship with your divine masculine, you realize that, okay, where is these core wounds coming from? Duh, it's coming from the past. It's coming from, you may have had a mother or a sister or a father, but this definitely has a feminine energy. And this could be relevant for the masculine as well. So again, take it as is resonating. But it's like I'm definitely picking up heavily that the childhood wounds were so obvious with the masculine and the feminine, because you both may have had wounds surrounding love from a mother or a sister, but definitely wounds regarding the feminine. You may not have been very strong in a sense of having boundaries, and it's because you were conditioned to be this way. Some of these people, they enjoyed you when you were in a weakened position where you didn't have boundaries. So many of them kept you in the dark about certain aspects of yourself that actually needed healing, because they benefited off of you being codependent. They benefited off of you being someone, and again, this could resonate for the masculine and the feminine, because you both are mirroring this energy. But they strongly benefited off of keeping you out of the loop. Like, you may have felt like you were the butt of the joke a lot of times, and you were. Like, they were taking advantage of your generosity, your kindness. I'm definitely picking up heavily that the masculine and feminine both are, in some aspects, empaths. And these people enjoyed seeing you being used, abused, and just made a fool of. And it wasn't until, unfortunately, these traumatic situations that may have happened between the masculine and the feminine, because it had to happen to who was closest to you in order for you to heal. Okay, with this Four of Swords coming out in the word reverse, this is representing like past pain. And these things had to be triggered in order for the masculine and the feminine to come to a place of realizing where these original wounds came from. Wow, that was a flood of information coming through. But these people, they're exposed now for who they are. These karmic women, wow, this is really hard, because it's just like, on your quest, divine feminine, to really accept yourself, to really love yourself as a woman, a lot of it had to do with your unhealed aspects of just what you knew what women were. Many of these women were very catty, with the Empress in reverse, very devious, deceitful. And again, they took any opportunity to laugh at you whenever you stumbled. In fact, many of them caused a lot of things to be in your way. Some of these people have like health issues. Look, I'm not trying to poke fun at people, but it is what it is. Like many of them were jealous of the fact that you could be healthy. You know, they may have made you feel as if you weren't even worthy of who you are because they felt unworthy with who they are. There's a war raging on the inside of these people, but instead of dealing with that, they prefer to take it out on others. Wow, this is definitely in regard to both the masculine and feminine, your childhood wounds. Like we already had one childhood card come out about childhood healing. This is what's happening too. And so you caught these people off guard because they did not realize that you picked up on a lot of the shadiness over all the years. It wasn't that you were a doofus because many of them thought like, oh, he or she is just dumb, they don't get it. But no, it's just like you wanted desperately to have that family dynamic. You wanted desperately to have a connection with these people. All right, so this is definitely representing the healing. Wow, healed. Well, let's claim it. The masculine and the feminine are moving into being healed from their childhood wounds. It's happening. And these people know that, like, with the both of you moving into this space of healing, they don't want that because it's just like you can't be a fool for them anymore. And y'all, honestly, the masculine right now, and again, energy is fluid, so take it as it resonates. It could be reversed for you, but I'm picking up heavily that many of the masculines are feeling like they were really deceived. There was a lot of deception, betrayals. There could have been people, and I'm definitely picking up too with the Empress in reverse. They may have had a sister or a mother figure that was so jealous of the true, authentic love. Because again, with this childhood card coming out here with the Six of Cups, you and the masculine may have had a very long connection, very genuine. You may have been childhood sweethearts, or you just have this like inner child bond with each other. And these people were so envious and jealous, they may have tried to um, like encourage the masculine to step out in the connection, or encourage the feminine to step out in a connection with the masculine. This could have happened to both of you, but I'm heavily picking up that the masculine is now in deep um, regret. Wow. With this movie on is kind of leading into this reading as well, because many of them are just like, no, they don't want you both to pick up on how desperately vicious these people were, because they were doing everything to sabotage the connection between the masculine and the feminine. Like, wow, get your own life, get your own business. Wow. And even as I said that, we have the Knight of Wands. The masculine is coming towards you energetically. They're wanting to repair this connection. Um, and what I'm picking up too, wow, we have the Hierophant, which is also representing marriage. So for some of you, just be prepared. Your life is about to be sweeter. It's about to be better than you could ever imagine. Continue to hold space for your masculine to actually go through the process of healing from their own childhood wounds, because if it wasn't for you, divine feminine, they may not have ever been fully aware of the fact that there is actually women that can be authentic, that can actually stand up for themselves. You walking away from a connection, for many of you, you decided to heal your inner wounds, even though you may feel like, wow, I had to reject the masculine, but this shows growth within you. Many of these very karmic women, including this could have been a mother figure, like I said, or a sister, they are not happy. They're miserable. Many of them do not stand up for themselves. Many of them are very like pick Misha, Barbara the Builder type. And so this is why they wanted to rig your relationship, because they're envious, they're jealous, and because they don't stand up for themselves. And by you actually doing the inner work, healing, standing up for yourselves, this is representing so much. Wow, I have the King of Cups coming out, and we also have the Eight of Wands. So just be prepared. This masculine is coming forward in a very healed way. They're wanting to really be there for you. They're wanting to actually, regardless of what's happening in society, they're not wanting to be a statistic. And in addition to that, with the Eight of Swords coming out here, these people are bound. When you dish out a lot of evil and dirt, you get that back. They just did not think it was going to happen, but it did. And we also have the magician card because many of them think like, some are even think you're into spell work, like, look, to each his own. But that may not be your thing. It's just that you have a strong sense of faith and you've been guided. Like, you could be someone where you gain a stronger spiritual connection with God, with Jesus, the Most High, because of the situations you've gone through. And this is the magic that's working in your life, your connection with the Most High. Look, another card, a Knight of Swords. The masculine is wanting to protect you and protect this connection. And it took all of this to happen for him to get to this point. Even as I move on to the custom deck, we have this card. Okay, let's focus on this for a minute. This could be a part of, too, the betrayal, the interference. The masculine may have been around people that were jealous of their connection, or the connection between the masculine and the feminine. So the whole while, this person may have been giving like horrible, terrible, bad advice towards the masculine. This person is unhappy. This person may have a corn addiction. Substitute the C for a P. This person has a woman in his life, but he's not satisfied, and it's because this person, for some of you, this person could have wanted the divine feminine. But instead of them actually dealing with their own issues, they try to sabotage the connection. Wow, 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 wow. Let's go ahead and move on to the next deck. Let's see what is here. Let's pull a few cards from the yin yang deck and see what's here. Y'all, this has been a mess. Like, literally, I normally try to keep my cards kind of neat, but when the cards come out like this is showing just how much of a mess that you had to overcome. And this is why these people just assume that, oh, there's no way the divine masculine, there's no way the divine feminine can come out of this because they were crazy makers. Wow. This confirms so much. You had to walk away from these people. This was a hard challenge for you, but you did it. You should really look at yourself. Take the time to really look at yourself in the mirror and just appreciate yourself. Say, I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Like, literally, you need to have self compassion. I think that's Hopo'ono, the Hawaiian prayer. But anyway, you took it upon yourself to have enough courage to walk away from these karmic individuals, even walking away from your divine masculine, because it was a freaking mess. All this stuff had to happen, but it pushed you towards really healing. You may have been so resistant because it's just like, if you're going to deal with your inner child wounds, the hurts, the betrayals, the things that people thought they were doing and you didn't know, but you picked up on, you knew, but you just wanted to have these connections. But when you had the courage to actually heal, which many of you were pushed into healing, you already knew that it was going to require you to leave behind so many people in your life. And that's not an easy task. So definitely be more forgiving towards yourself, okay? Forget those people. Some people, like, it's unfortunate, but just like you may have had to leave these relatives behind, what is going to happen is that you're going to align with more people that will replace your family of origin. Like, literally, it happens like that. And for some of you, it may not be a whole bunch of people, but just a few people. Okay? So just enjoy the journey and understand that the decision that's ahead, you're going to make the right decision because you're trusting your intuition now. Many of you had to deny your intuition just to salvage certain relationships. These people were taking advantage of your generosity because they know, like, there's a lot of beauty that you exude. They know a lot of wealth comes from you just being you. And you fed so much energy into others. And now that you pulled your energy back and you begin to focus more so on yourself, these people are like, literally, they're shocked. Like, they're speechless. And again, you can kind of pick up on energetically if you're someone that you're in tune. You can pick up on the fact that, okay, I don't really feel as if people are talking about me as much. And many of them are fearful because it's just like, for you to overcome whatever they've done, because many of them, if they didn't do anything directly, it was indirect. It may have been they heard people doing vicious things or circulating gossip about you, and instead of them standing up for you, many of them contributed to the conversations. Many of them laughed at your expense. Wow, that's really messed up. This is an bell, so it's usually, I use it to clear the energy. But it's really heavy energy, and I'm not trying to be crying right now, but there's truth in you expressing who you are. This is also why some of these people really wanted to bring so much drama and trauma your way. They never wanted you to really shine as bright as you could. They felt more powerful when they felt like they had something above you. And this is why the lies were just so like far fetched. They wanted you to feel guilty about things that they've done to you. But you fought your way out of this. I'm also picking up with the masculine too. Many of them are empowered by your energy to move forward. Okay, focusing on yourself. And they're being encouraged energetically. They feel encouraged by you, like you're a beacon of light, because they're used to people being frauds and phony, just like these other karmic individuals. And so, with you even standing up with them and not taking no crap, like they're inspired. They're like, wow, a true divine feminine actually exists. Many of them thought, and this is possibly why they may have literally put a sword in your back, because they just thought like that was just the norm. This is what they grew up around. But they're gaining the courage to live their truth, to express who they really are. Wow. And again, I thank you all that are here. Y'all, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope more my messages get out to the algorithm to provide healing to others that are on their spiritual journey, because this is really about uplifting the collective consciousness. Yes, it's about love, but it's like the love that comes together with the masculine and feminine helps so many other people that come into your orbit. And so with the cycles, completion, change, this is a second card in regard to change. This is showing you, divine feminine, as you change, your masculine is also changing. Forget what you're seeing in the media about all these gender wars. Like, do your best to try to tune that stuff out, because love and happiness can exist, and it does. Trust and believe. Like, it's real. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt, like justice is happening and balance is taking place. And I say this with so much conviction, because I am someone that's in a very long union, like married for this year is 22 years. And again, we've gone through highs and lows, but it's worth the journey. It's so worth it. So hold on to the promise that if you feel that this desire is real, and you know that both of you are actually in the process of experiencing healing, the more and more you focus on healing within yourself, go through your individuation process, that naturally magnetizes the masculine towards you. Yeah, these people are screaming like the nuts they are. It's a movie, and I think he's looking at Leprechaun. But these people literally are freaking out, because they're like, what? Like, they are so pissed that all the nonsense they've done, it did not stop this true divine union. In fact, they may have pushed you both closer together, is what's happening. Wow. Even as I say that, we have the reunion cards, soul ties, and also being open to receive. Okay, yeah, I may have lost somebody there, but look, it's okay. You may need a little more healing, but if you if you're still tuned in, just trust and believe that with time, healing is gonna come into play. Like, this masculine is not letting you get away from them. Like, they see you as the sun, and in addition to that, with being open to receive, although there's a promise that there will be reunion between the masculine and the feminine in a healed aspect, with spirit saying right now to be open to receive this abundance, these blessings, this happiness, this joy, all this love, you're beginning to experience it in your life now. Like, you could definitely be feeling a sense of freedom, like liberation, because you may have been bound by all that pain, all that trauma. Okay, hold on, where is that card? Yeah, Yeah, it was a freaking mess. But you had to go through the process of healing from all these childhood wounds. And now as you're actually embracing this process and realizing, okay, no matter how mucky it is, like some of you, you may have dealt with some deep, disgusting, things from your childhood, things that you may not ever want to communicate with anybody about. But the mere fact that you had the courage to step out on faith, to realize that, okay, if I'm going to have the type of life I want and desire, if I'm going to attract the type of love I want in my life, I need to deal with these core wounds. I need to figure out, okay, why is it that I have an unhealthy attachment when it comes to dealing with others? Okay, you got to the core of that. And this is why, yeah, you had to get out of your comfort zone. It is not an easy process, but it's so worth it. When you had to realize that you can no longer cling to the idea of this fairy tale of a union, okay? Because, yeah, love is beautiful, but if something begins to present as negative, you got to be the one to change. So often people are like, oh, I wish he would change, only if he. But sometimes you need to look and say, it's me. Like, what is it about me that needs to change? Because especially as the woman, the divine feminine in the connection, if you don't align with something that's happening in your life, if you take the initiative to put up boundaries and to actually change, if there's true love there, they're going to fall in line. They're going to do what's necessary to not allow anybody else to get in your energy. And I'm definitely picking up now, divine feminine. This change has been looking beautiful on you. You're radiant, you're glowing. This is literally a flawless victory. You got people speaking of you. Okay, people are just like, wow, who is this? Like, you have redeemed yourself by choosing yourself, okay? Even if there were fears and limitations, you worked through those things. And again, you could be getting major confirmations in your dream state in regard to what's happening in your life. Trust and believe that, again, with the three birds here, you could be having dreams about certain people from your past. And this could be giving you certain insight, maybe giving you confirmations that, wow, yeah, they were not right for me. And that's okay. Just trust that your spiritual gifts are enhanced when you begin trusting your intuition. And that's what's happening for many of you right now. Wow. The masculine is really deep in thought because many of them see you as like this new detached version of you, per se. And again, many of you definitely have love for your divine complement because you wouldn't be here watching if you didn't. But there is a fear associated with what happens next in your journey because you may not be in communication at all. You may not even be trying to initiate communication. And this new detached version of you is something that they're not familiar with. But they're getting familiar, and many of them are experiencing the consequences. When you don't treat people right, when you don't allow yourself to deal with your childhood wounds, then there's consequences. And so this is how you move from a space of, you definitely don't want to mother the masculine. That's not what you want to do. They have to figure out that aspect of themselves to heal within themselves. But by you pulling away and nurturing, mothering yourself, you're teaching the masculine that, okay, he has to figure out a way out of this spiraling, out of this guilt, out of this sabotage. Because many of them literally sabotage the connection because it's just like they fear the worst. They fear losing the connection. But now, with present, many of them are becoming grateful. It's like they're looking at you from afar. You may not be fully aware, but definitely they have people looking at you from afar. Or they could be sneaking and looking at you from afar. If you have any type of social sites, you can pick up on this. But many of them are becoming so grateful, so just so thankful that you are who you are. Like, the masculine collective really appreciates when you're not literally following suit with what everyone else does. Because I'm definitely picking up for the energy of many of the divine feminines. You haven't pursued any other connections. You focused on yourself. You actually decided to heal. And they're very like proud of you for that. Wow, even as I said that, we have the regret card, repression. These masculines are really in their head, and this is, initiating major change within them. And another aspect of this too is, even as I said that we have the twin flames card, twin souls, they're coming to the realization that this is real love, and love that they can depend on, love that they can value, love that they can trust. Because again, in their formative years, they may have had people around them that they could not trust, with the Empress in reverse and some of these other cards. And many of them, this is more than likely why they tried to control the dynamic. They may have tried to control you with fear, or yeah, I'm definitely seeing the control dynamics were heavily at play. But what is also shifted is because many of them may have felt that they were controlled heavily by a feminine energy in a not so good way. All right, so it's just like they wanted to assert their dominance. So let them have that in a certain aspect, but it has to be balanced. Okay, it can't be out of control. All right, and this is also like with the ego card coming out here. Many of them are having to really check their egos because they want to come into alignment with you. They want this integration between the masculine and the feminine. We also see a cardinal in the distance, so it's just like this is a divine union. The both of you are going to align in order to bring up the collective consciousness. You may be experiencing ideas about certain things that you're going to be doing in your life, but just trust and believe that it's going to be something that's also going to align with the masculine, because you both have a life purpose, a mission to help others. This could be helping people within the community, but just know that whatever is going to happen, it's going to be like alignment between the both of you. So, whatever it is that you both may have gone through, don't take it as a loss. Don't take it as, unfortunately, some of it may have been very unfortunate, but it will never be in vain. And they truly want your forgiveness. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful reading. I hope it helped. And until next time, bye.